far as the Suns themselves, I mean, look, Gambo was just filling my head with a bunch of stuff during the break about their odds of making the playoffs and
I was
the
reading a
pick.
story that every Suns loss is a massive gain for the Houston Rockets.
Absolutely.
Because the Rockets, as good as they are, if the Suns don't make the playoffs, the Rockets all of a sudden would have a 4.5% chance at the number one pick. And then Evan Siddery said, according to DK Sportsbook, the Suns are now projected to miss the playoffs entirely.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the betting is. Playoffs is plus 370. Play-in is plus 115.
Bet 100 to win 370. Bet 100 to win 115.
So the odds are
as long as there's
more in favor that the Suns do not make the playoffs at all.
As long as that's a plus number and not a minus number, it's basically it's saying it's a long shot.
They're projecting the Suns to miss the playoffs. So it's
a long shot.
Wow.
So it's easy, and yesterday we didn't hesitate. I mean, we weren't happy about doing it, but it was very easy to give the Phoenix Suns an F so far for everything they've done before the All-Star break. Doug Haller on The Athletic did exactly the same thing. I mean, nobody wants to do it. But yesterday we graded the Suns. We gave them an F. We asked our audience to grade the Suns. 95% of the audience responded either a D or an F. Haller, as I mentioned, very well-respected writer. We love him. We cite his work. Gave him an F. Okay, so we can all agree on that. There's no real discussion or debate there, right? There really isn't. You had a good idea, and I like this. Now, we don't have time to go through every player in the roster, so let's just do Coach Bud and the top 4 players.
Okay, go ahead. You start it off.
Coach Bud.
Are we all in on this? All of us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Mitch and Lauren too?
Yeah, Mitch and Lauren too.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Is everybody good?
We're going to give out grades. We're going to give out grades.
On Bud, KD, Book, Beal, and Tyus.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Let's start with, let's save the coach for last. Let's start with Kevin Durant. And anybody can start. Anybody.
B+.
Okay. Well, am I keeping track of this? Would you like me to keep track of this?
Yeah. I give Kevin Durant a B+.
KD, Gambo, B+. I will also agree with a B+
there you
for
go.
KD. Yes.
I feel like I'm Mrs. Lorenzetti right now, giving out grades in school.
Good. Is that what you feel like?
Yeah.
You know what? Subconsciously, I wrote down D+. No, B, Dave. B+. B+ is what I'm getting him. Mitch, Lauren, what do you give KD?
I'm going to give KD an A-.
A-?
Isn't it the same thing?
No.
We've had this conversation before.
Let's
not do it again.
We're not going to have this conversation
You just said
again.
a D was a passing grade yesterday. It's
I
not.
I know your memory sucks, but we're not doing this again.
Okay, I got it. Go ahead.
Mitch.
Got it.
I'll go flat B.
Okay. So the lowest grade on the team is from Mitch. By team, I mean our team. And the highest is Lauren.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. There will be lower grades for this team.
Oh, I'm sure there will.
There.
I'm sure there will. Devin Booker.
B-.
C+.
C+.
Gosh darn it. Flat C. Why am I the pessimist here?
I gave Book the highest grade.
Which is
odd.
There's sweet
I'm the one
irony
who
in that because
criticizes
you've
them
been
the
the
most.
hardest on them. Yeah. Come at me, book lovers. Come at me. We did this earlier in the show. Come at me.
Not the ones who hang out at the library, the other book lovers.
The Devin Booker lovers. If you're at the library, you're probably not listening to the Burns and Gambo show. All right.
B-.
Bradley Beal. This one's hard. Or maybe it's easy.
D.
I feel like this one's hard.
I'm giving him a D, and I'm counting availability in that grade.
Well, if we're
His
counting
overall grade is a D.
If we're counting availability,
I'm giving him a D.
God, he works so hard when he's out there.
He's not out there.
He plays so hard.
He doesn't play.
This is cheating, but I'm going to say a D+. Just a slight notch above that.
B.
Ooh. B is in boy. B is in Burns.
Yes.
B is in Bradley Beal.
B is in Bradley Beal.
B is in someone who survived the trade deadline with total dignity in how that Jimmy Butler situation was handled and still goes out there and plays. Yes, his availability not there, but he's still one of the toughest guys on the court for the Suns.
That's a well thought out answer. He did survive the trade deadline with an awful lot of dignity. He has he has not let it affect him one bit.
How many games has he missed?
I know, but
Okay.
Can both things be true?
It's true.
Okay. Mitch?
C-.
Okay, C-. Okay, all right.
I'm bringing us back to reality.
All right. All right, I think there's going to be a lot of recency bias in this one. Tyus Jones.
F.
Woo! Recency bias starts with
Just
an F.
turn the page over when you put it on his desk, please.
I was going to say a D. A D. Only because it's just been so bad recently. That I don't want to forget that it wasn't all bad in November and December. It's just been bad recently. So I'm going to say a D.
I'm going to do a D-.
D- for Lauren.
What did I give Booker?
You gave Booker a C.
Same grade.
Same grade. Okay. Coach Mike Budenholzer.
F. Is there anything lower than an F?
You would know.
Oof.
Oh, oof.
I don't think there is.
Well, now we know for sure.
But you know when you
Sorry,
used to
that felt like I just drove my elbow right into your kidney.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
when you used to get the people you don't remember, we used to get report cards in the mail. And if you could beat your parents to the mailbox, you could change an F to a B.
Get a red Sharpie or a black Sharpie,
Report
whatever
cards
it was.
came in. Does anybody remember report cards in the mail?
Sure.
Report cards came in the mail.
But if you're a math
And again,
yeah.
if you kind of figured out when the mail was coming, you cut school, you go home, you get the mail, you turn the F into a B. If you know you got an F,
Unless
you don't
you
get
were-
Or you
punished.
just get a B.
Or you were just Matthew Broderick in War Games and you kind of hacked into the school system and you changed it like that. Or you just didn't get bad grades that necessitated a sprint to the mailbox.
Hey.
Mike Budenholzer, I'm going to give a D. I'm not going to go as low as an F, but
I mean, elementary school was before Gina Ficarra, so elementary school I had to change grades.
honest to goodness, Mike Budenholzer, I think is the toughest grade to give.
What'd you give him?
I gave him a D.
Okay.
I gave him a D. I think it's the toughest grade on the board to give.
Okay.
I really do because I feel like everything has gotten it's uncomfortable to be in a position to say, oh, it's the coach, oh, it's the coach, oh, it's the coach. Man, a lot of this feels like the coach, like a lot of this just feels like the whole thing has just gotten completely away from him and out of his control. But I just hate leaning on that every single year because at some point you just have to stop leaning on it. A D. I'll give him a D.
It would be better, though, to your point, if he came out in these post-game press conferences and was like, yeah, I need to adjust. Yeah, I need to take some blame. Yeah, I
instead
need to
it's like,
shoulder this.
Hey, we're going to come out with some fight when we come back from the break. And it's the same old, right? Like it's the same old. If you look
No spark,
It's
no life.
crazy, if you look at the Suns' numbers, record, offensive efficiency, defensive efficiency, a year ago when they went into the All-Star break,
They're worse.
this year's version is
Worse.
worse in almost every category.
We never went over that yesterday.
No, we
should
never
take
did.
We should take a look at that later
worse in almost everything.
today. Except for like 2.
Except for assist percentage and turnover percentage. Mitch, okay, wait, Lauren, what'd you give him?
And because of that, he gets an F.
What'd Mitch give him?
Can I use numbers? Here's why.
0.0.
So that's an F, I'm guessing.
Wow.
Because as we've established, there's nothing lower than
Some
an
guy
F.
just sent me the grade chart. A is 90 to 93.
Nope, we're not doing this. Stop, please. Please.
A
Why are
minus is
you-
90 to 93. B plus is 87 to 89. Like I've never known that. I swear.
We've only explained it to you
So there's 3
five
different-
times on this show.
3 different A's, 3 different B's.
Yes. Yes.
I've really never known it.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? You're going to forget that you learned this 3
Keep
days
using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
when we come back. I was going to say that was fun. But given that Gambo went B plus, B minus, D, F, F, I went B plus, C plus, D plus, D, D. Mitch went B, C, C minus, C, F. Lauren went A minus, C plus, B, D minus, F. I don't know if that's a lot of fun. That's a very Gambo-looking report card right there, is it not? Sorry, you're taking a lot of abuse.
Yeah. Like the good grades are in like
At least you
gym.
got perfect attendance there.
The good grades are like gym, home economics,
Shop.
and typewriting.
I
did typewriting.
I made a hell of a wood shelf, I hang that on the wall, and look at that. I perfectly countersunk the screws. Look at how beautiful that is,
Me and Joe
man.
Cafaro took home economics together. It was so great. We're like the only guys in the class.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.